day one, considering it's February 13th, and we got some really good weather. We got some really good attitudes out here. Came out here with great effort, and pleased with the first day. Spring's a mixed match of ones, twos, and threes. New guys that have enrolled early, so a lot of things to certainly clean up. But very, very pleased with what we saw out here. I think, like I said, getting out here on the field earlier than what we normally, probably a month earlier than what we normally do. It feels really good. First time I've ever done it, and as long as we have weather like this, we'll continue to do it.
What do you feel like this will allow you to do, just getting out sooner?
Well, I think as a football team, it gives us a longer length of time after. Usually we have a week with the spring break, but starting it early and getting it all in before our spring break, afterwards, we're going to be really able to focus on our strength conditioning, building up muscle mass, getting stronger, have more consistent weeks back to back to back over the course of the end of spring and then into our summer.
Yeah. A lot of new faces, but it's good to see a familiar face back at quarterback. Talk about the advantage of having someone who's run your offense return.
Well, I think if anybody's watched the game of football, if you watched the Super Bowl last night, you got to have an experienced quarterback to lead you and to lead your football team, and to have Darren back is certainly a comforting sight. But we've got some newcomers that have stepped up and came out here today. They've done a nice job. It's good to see anytime you got experienced faces, whether it's the quarterback position or at the linebacker position, like Venzial back here. That gives you a comforting feeling. So all in all, it was a pretty good day.
Talk about Jordan, and he's back. He's been part of a tandem in the middle, and it has given you a lot of confidence to build your defense around that.
Yeah, you certainly don't ever want to coach effort, and with him, you don't ever have to coach the effort. He's got it, and he brings it every single day. He's a positive influence on our football team. He works, and he's been around here a long time. He knows how it's supposed to go.
Ground game has always been big on offense. Some new faces on the O-line. Talk about how crucial that's going to be this spring.
Oh, yeah. Anytime we lost 2 starters a year ago, and that's going to be really, really key. We've got some transfers that have come in. We've got some other guys that have been here a while that it's time for them to step up and play. It's time for them to really take advantage of the opportunity to get in there and mix it up. So that's going to be a really good battle to watch and see how it plays out through the course of this 15-day period. We're going to push them as hard as we can. We're going to give them everything we got as far as looks and the true physical nature of this game, and see if they can handle it and see if they're going to be prepared to lead us next fall.
Yeah, 1-2 punch at running back have both moved on, and I saw this guy with number 2 on. I said, "Who is that?" Marcus, what y'all feeding him?
I don't know, but I call him Mr. Muscle. He is a brute of a back, and 1 and 2 left us, and 1 and 2 is not going to be too bad this upcoming fall either. We've got some really good ones, starting with Marcus, and he's going to be a great one. And you got a newcomer in KZ Adams that's going to step on the field and catch a lot of attention. He's very, very quick. He's got quickness that you just can't coach, and an understanding of the game of football. So those are big advantages for us as well. I tell you what, just watching out here, we've got a transfer wide receiver, Jakari Carter. He is going to be a special player. Great leader, works extremely hard, great hands, and just awesome to watch him.
Last few springs, you've come out here after a bowl game.
Yeah.
And after a positive season. Not so much this past fall.
Yeah.
Talk about what that does for this spring practice. And do you just wipe it behind? Or
you ever been slapped in the face? Yeah, it gets your attention really quickly. So, with the disappointment of last year, it hit us hard. We were close to really having a good season, but it didn't turn out. So, got our attention, got our butts in the weight room, got our mindset the way it needs to be. There was no sugarcoating what we had to do to prepare for this upcoming season. We're going to have to break some souls out here in this spring practice. We had to do some in the off-season conditioning and workouts, and we had to add some pieces and we had to lose some pieces. But all in all, I thought the attention that needed to be gathered from that season was exactly what it was.
I was just say, building off that, I saw a preseason quote from you where you talked about new energy and hunger coming in. How much of that is on your part to get kind of back out here after last season?
Listen, as a football coach, nothing sits well with you. It doesn't matter if you go 12-1 and lost that one at the very end. To have a disappointing season like we had a year ago, it made me want to start over and really get going as quickly as possible. We should have started last Monday. If it weren't for this thing called recruiting, we would have started as soon as we lost our last football game and preparing for this season. This is going to be a really, really telltale spring for us. We've got to have some leaders like Granger and Venzial. They've got to grab some people and get their attention to lead our football team and to follow our football leaders. That's what we have to do. And I've got to do my job getting our coaching staff where they need to be. And I think we're all heading in the right direction. We just got to make sure we're staying in the right direction.